Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us on this Wednesday morning. I'm Sebastian Edmond, and this is Top in the Morning. Later, the latest on the 9 Mile Point shutdown. But first, let's say a good morning to meteorologist Lucy Bergman. Lucy, how's it going?
It's going fantastic, Sebastian. We do have some scattered snow showers as you're heading outside right now. However, we do see some peaks of sun, and that's good news. We do have a temperature of 15 degrees, and our real feel is 15 degrees because our winds are calm. That's really unusual for this time of year in Oswego, so that's something to look forward to as you're walking to class. You don't have to struggle against the wind. That's the good news. We do have some scattered snow showers as we move through our day. I see these dissipating before 2 p.m. We won't have accumulations more than 1 inch, which is also good news because we're sick of the snow here. If we take a peek at today, we're going to see this high pressure system to our northwest, and that's going to move through our area tonight. We're with it drawing in the extremely cold conditions, unfortunately. We do have an overnight low tonight of -2 degrees. However, our high today is 24. I'll have more on your full forecast in just a little bit, but for right now, I'll send it back to the desk to Sebastian. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Lucy. An electrical malfunction caused a temporary shutdown at Oswego's 9 Mile Point nuclear station. Unit 2 at the nuclear plant was manually shut down at approximately 1:45 p.m. yesterday to examine the issue. Unit 2 operators are currently investigating the reason for the stoppage. All necessary repairs are due to be performed as soon as possible, and the stoppage should not affect power being distributed to local homes and businesses. Politicians from upstate New York held a press conference to support legislation that would ban synthetic drugs in the state. These individuals are battling manufacturers who exploit loopholes in current laws by changing chemical formulas and mislabeling their products. The proposed bill would give the Commissioner of Health more freedom to add substances to the banned list and penalize all stores who sell mislabeled goods. Violators of the potential law would have to stop selling the product immediately and could face felony charges. Of the many luxuries that the new Shineman Center provides to SUNY Oswego, the building's planetarium offers a new opportunity to discover the galaxy for both students and citizens of the town. Running on a software called SciDome 1600, the planetarium puts on a free show every Sunday night at 7 p.m. There are plans to expand the use of the dome by hiring more staff, as only 3 people are currently trained to be operators. Another goal includes creating a course on how to use the planetarium for both education and astronomy students. For the second year in a row, the positions of Student Association President and Vice President have been decided before elections. The positions will be taken by Tucker Schultz, a new member of SA, and Neely Laufer, a current member of the SA Senate. Both individuals needed 500 signatures from the student body to be able to run for the position. SA is examining the process to nominate candidates in an effort to get more people to run. Although Schultz and Laufer are running unopposed, elections are due to be held March 11th and March 12th. Today is Ash Wednesday, the start of the Christian celebration known as Lent, which leads up to Easter Sunday. Many churches in central New York will be observing the common practice of this day, marking church patrons on the forehead with ashes in the shape of a cross. The celebration of Lent is intended to be a time of fasting, abstinence, and repentance for Christians. Easter Sunday will be April 20th this year. Coming up, Lucy will rejoin us for weather and the latest on the Ukraine-Russia situation. Stay with us, you're watching Top in the Morning.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me back. figure out Jody's gonna move.
Hey, did you tell your parents about us? Let's skip first period together. Did you get all my texts?
Is practice over yet? Where are you at?
Are you with your friends? That's LAAAAMMEEE. Capital X, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase o.
I love you. JK. I hate you. JK.
Are you ignoring me?
We're in a huge fight right now.
Is this something I did?
I can see your lights on. I'm coming
This
over.
isn't a
What'd you
joke.
dream about? Me?
My number? Are you on
I'm
your list?
lonely. Holla back.
Holla back.
Let's try something new. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Welcome back to Top in the Morning, and now I'm rejoined by meteorologist Lucy Bergman. Lucy, we are getting a little bit of snow, but it's significantly less than what we're accustomed to.
Yes, especially less than last week. We won't see accumulations more than an inch today, which is the good news. We do have some flurries as you're stepping outside right now for your first class. 15 degrees is your temperature, and that is also our real feel. That's really rare for this time of year because our winds are usually stronger than calm. We do have a dew point of 11 degrees, but a really nice morning other than the snow. If we take a look at our state temperatures, we'll see that the rest of the state is staying mid-teens like us. Our cool spot is over in Jamestown, 12 degrees for them right now, 29 degrees in New York City. That's where our warm spot sits today. Our national radar, if we look at that, we'll see that we do have this storm system to our south moving up the coast. That won't bother us too much. We are focused on this storm system right here that's bringing with it those scattered flurries that we will see continuing through the day. I don't see accumulations more than an inch, and we should see these snow showers taper off before 2 p.m. However, the cold temperatures are returning today, especially this afternoon into tonight. We could see low temperatures below 0. That's without the wind chill, so that's something to be aware of. As we move towards your weekend, however, we do have a warm-up for Friday. That's very good news. And we do have the sun returning tomorrow into Friday. That's awesome. That's not usually what it's like here in Oswego, so soak it up while you can. That's the good news. If we take a look at today, we'll see this high-pressure system to our north. That's going to move into our area this afternoon into tonight. However, with that frigid conditions, we do have a temperature of 24 degrees today. Those winds are from the north at 10 to 15 miles per hour, and that's why we're going to see these really cold conditions, because that's drawing in the Arctic air from Canada. Snow flurries are continuing, but again, not bothering us too much this morning. 16 degrees if you're stepping out the door. We're warming up to about 21 degrees at noontime. That's when we're going to see the clearing start to happen. We hit that high of 24 degrees around 3 p.m., 19 cooling back down at 5 p.m. Notice in 2 hours, we're going to see a 5-degree difference in temperatures. This is where you're really going to see that warm air move in and affect our temperatures for tonight. -2 degrees, mostly clear out there. Winds from the north again, 5 to 10 miles per hour. So wind chills could be even lower than -2. Taking a peek at tomorrow, that high pressure system that I was talking about moving into our area tonight, it's arriving for tomorrow. We're going to have beautiful sunny conditions tomorrow, so head outside if you can. It will be a little bit chilly. 26 degrees is your high, but nothing but sun to speak of, and that's very good news. Your winds are from the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We take a peek at late week. It looks a little crazy, but I want to break it down a little bit for you. This low pressure system, that's going to move off our coast. That's not going to affect us. This is the one to watch for Friday night into Saturday. There's some snow flurries, but not too much to speak of. So again, good news. Behind that very cold air for the start of your next work week, we can see our high temperature on Friday, 39 degrees, approaching 40. That's where we are for by average this time of year. But we're dropping right back down to 33 on Saturday, 30 on Sunday. I'll have more on that in just a little bit, but for right now, I'll send it back to the desk to Sebastian. Back to you.
Thanks again, Lucy. A new project by Governor Andrew Cuomo and Onondaga County Executive Joni Mahoney would open a nano film school in DeWitt. The Central New York hub for emerging nano industries would teach a curriculum based around technology used for film, such as computer-generated imagery and motion. The school would be built on vacant industrial land with construction beginning April 1st. The combined county and state investment of $16.4 million would create approximately 350 technical jobs as well as hundreds of construction jobs. Both Ukraine and Russia remain at a standstill as tensions continue to rise between the nations. Russian President Vladimir Putin denies that the Russian troops stationed in the Crimean Peninsula are there to take over the area. Petro Poroshenko, the member of the Ukrainian parliament designated to conduct negotiations in the situation, is stating that peace is still the primary goal, yet says, quote, "We don't have any signs of hope from the Russian side." Members of NATO are scheduled to meet with a Russian ambassador today. NATO has no current plans to take military action, and Russia is in the process of drafting a law that would confiscate assets belonging to the United States and the European Union if sanctions are placed upon them. In Wisconsin, Fat Tuesday is the day for one pastry shop. CNN's Jonah Kaplan was the first in line to get his treat. Take a look.
Like I said, today everybody's Polish. So you can put an SKI on my name and I don't care.
Like fans, they lined up and then feasted as family. The crowd spanned generations, tasting a delicacy that touches all the senses.
I feel my parents are here with me, doing what I'm supposed to do.
They stand together. And I've lived on the south side all my life. This baker's been on the south side as long as I've lived here, and no matter if the owner changes or not, it's still tradition and it's a Polish bakery.
The Polish punchki dates back centuries and has become a timeless, if not golden, pre-Lent recipe of vices. Bakers throw them in fryers, douse them in frosting, and then comes the filling.
Once the doors open and the lines come in and you feel that energy, that's when it's just like, oh, that's why we did this.
National Punchki Day, celebrating a food so sweet, it fills your heart.
So are you hungry yet? Check out all of these racks. More than 50 of them will be filled. How many punchki is that in one day? Try 36,000. Talk about a tastefully delicious day.
And now we're going to take a closer look at what's happening in Oswego with our very own Adam Cesarini. Adam?
In what was formerly called Joburama, the on-campus Opportunities Fair will be held in Sweatman Gym from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. today. I spoke with Miss Jacqueline Wallace about the event, and she told me that it is a great opportunity for students to build connections for part-time campus jobs or even internships. She advised that any student who wants to work next fall should definitely stop by the event because connecting with the organization involved will allow them to be a step ahead of other candidates. The event is free for students to attend and should be a different experience from the past year's Joburama. That's all for me. Now back to Sebastian at the news desk.
Thank you so much. In the sports world, Syracuse's men's basketball is looking shakier every day, and last night they hosted a Georgia Tech team on a 4-game losing streak looking to change their fortunes with an upset over the number 7 nationally ranked Syracuse Orange. Let's take a look at those highlights right now. Unfortunately for the Orange, Jeremy Grant, the leading rebounder for the team, was out with back spasms, and it made absolutely a big difference for Syracuse as they trailed at half. Big plays by Daniel Miller, who finished with 15 points for Georgia Tech, led his team in the win and the upset over Syracuse by maintaining the play by CJ Fair and the rest of the Syracuse team. Syracuse falls to 1-4 in their last 5 games after starting 25-0. And it's time once again for my play of the day. Runners competing in the annual Pat Tillman Foundation 8K race took a slight detour to thank veteran Joe Bell for his service in the Army. The 95-year-old World War II veteran, who was cheering on competitors while wearing full uniform, was greeted and saluted by many racers passing by. Bell was taken aback by the actions of these individuals and was thoroughly gracious for the gestures. And when we come back, we're going to have more of a look at weather as well as entertainment. Stay tuned. You're watching Top of the Morning.
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Fred.
Rad! Hey pal, you want to pay attention to the road?
Relax, man, I got it.
Look, my man, if your bad driving gets me killed, you better hope you die too, or I will haunt you silly. And I'm not just gonna float over your bed like, woo! I'm gonna be making a more annoying noise, like, ah! And instead of wearing those long white robes, I think I'll wear something more form-fitting and upsetting. The other ghosts will look and be like, wow, we've never seen that before.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Take my hand and start a brand new day. And together as one we'll start to see some change.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people. Connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
Good morning and welcome back to Top in the Morning. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Lucy Bergman right now with a look at your current conditions. Right now it's 15 degrees out there with some scattered snow flurries. We do see peaks of sun through the clouds, and that's some good news, along with calm winds. You don't have to struggle against the winds to get to class this morning, and we do have a real feel of 15 degrees matching our temperature, which is also good news for us. We haven't seen that in the past few weeks. If we take a look at our state temperatures, we'll see the rest of the state continuing with this mid-teen trend. We see our cool spot is over in Jamestown, 12 degrees for them right now, 29 degrees in New York City. We are below average for this time of year. However, our temperature usually is in the 40s. We'll see that for the later part of the week. If we take a look at our national radar, we do see these storm systems moving up the coast. Those won't bother us. What we're watching for Friday night into Saturday is this storm system right here, bringing in some flurries. But we do have flurries today as well. Those will be tapering off as we move into the afternoon hours. I don't see accumulations more than an inch, and that's some good news. Last week we had some very powerful lake effect snow. This is just a synoptic system moving through our area, not bringing too much. We're going to see a high today of 24 degrees. That's some below average temperature for this time of year. Winds from the north at 10 to 15 miles per hour, so that's also drawing in extremely cold air from Canada. If we time this out a little bit better for you though, 16 degrees right now if you're stepping out the door for your first class, so bundle up and keep those coats on because we're only going to hit 21 degrees by noon. This is when we're going to start to see some clearing in these snow flurries. We hit the high of 24 around 3 p.m., but we drop back 5 degrees to 19 at 5 p.m., so that's when we're going to see this cool air coming in for tonight. -2 degrees is your low without the wind chill. So when we factor in these winds from the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour, they're going to make it feel even colder. So if you don't have to go outside, I would suggest not because it's going to be dangerously cold out there for you, unfortunately. However, we do have these mostly clear conditions that we'll see sticking around for tomorrow. Sun, and oh look, more sun. This is unusual for this time of year in Oswego, so get excited. Soak up the sun while you can. We do have a temperature similar to today, 26 degrees. Winds from the southeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's where we're going to see the slight warm up. But we will see the warm up for Friday. As you can see, this warm air is moving up from the south, and 40 degrees here in Pennsylvania. We're here up in Oswego. We're going to see some of this warm trend continue. We're going to have a high near 40, which is about average for this time of year, 39 degrees. As you can see, those sunny conditions on Thursday and Friday, those are the days to beat. We could have some snow Saturday night, but mainly Sunday is going to be mostly cloudy. Again, cooling down for the beginning of your work week, but a great week here in Oswego, something we don't see in a very long time. We haven't seen in a very long time.
Sun, sun, and sun.
Yeah.
I love the sound of that. Not to mention that we're really close to hitting 30 degrees. That's practically summer for us.
I know, it's a heat wave here in Oswego, but it's important to note that this time of year we're usually around 40 degrees. So we are below average, but we will see a return to 40 around on Thursday. So it's some good news.
I am still jealous, though, of how nice it was over at the Oscars in California. They constantly get 70-degree weather, sun all the time. At least it seems that way from our perspective.
Oh yeah, there's no pasty skin there at the Oscars, that's for sure.
Well, to take a look deeper into the world of entertainment, Adam Cesarini.
Thank you, Sebastian. Netflix will be adding a number of new titles to their gallery this month, including Dirty Dancing, Fly Boys, and Silence of the Lambs, among many others. For the complete list of what Netflix is releasing this month, log on to CNN.com. John Travolta is responding to criticism for his duffing of singer Idina Menzel at the Oscars. Travolta, who pronounced Menzel's name Adele Dazeem, spoke against the criticism, saying, quote, "What would Idina Menzel say? Probably, let it go, let it go." Slate.com took advantage of the blunter with a widget to Travoltify your name. It seems that it may be a while before America is able to let this go. The Oscar had many memorable moments this year, but perhaps the best was brought by a pizza man. Edgar Martisoy, the American pizza man who delivered several pizzas to several stars, told CNN's Piers Morgan that he had no idea he was delivering to the event. He appeared on Ellen Monday, where she gave him a whopping $1,000 tip donated by the talent at the event. I think it is safe to say that Marty Royson has already scheduled his workday for the Oscars next year. 2.5 Men will be staging a That 70s Show reunion, and what's a reunion without the beloved Jackie? Yes, Mila Kunis will be appearing on the show alongside Ashton Kutcher, who used to play Kelso on the old sitcom. In the new episode, the two meet again and of course have a connection. You'll have to watch to find out more.
Now, personally, I loved That 70s Show, and I think it's going to be great that 2.5 Men is having that little reunion, and it's very convenient and easy because I hear that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are now about as official as it could possibly be. I hear they're getting married.
Yeah, it's like perfect timing for everything. I think bringing her in is just to do with all the times, and it'll be nice to see them. Actually, in the episode, Ashton Kutcher's character in 2.5 Men is supposed to propose to his girlfriend at the time and runs into Mila Kunis's character and has second thoughts and thinks that she might be the one. But obviously, if you want to see more, you'll have to watch the episode when it comes out.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Adam.
You're welcome.
We're not quite done yet here on Top of the Morning. We'll have one last look at weather, and I'll chat with everybody else on what's going on this week on campus. Stay with us. This is Top of the Morning.
Everyone has friends. There's online friends, friends to go out with on a Saturday night, friends to hang out with and do nothing, friends who show up on moving day. And then there are the friends who'll be there if someone is dealing with a mental illness. Are you one of those friends?
Teaching a kid football is one thing. Keeping a kid in school, that's the name of my game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
And welcome back to Top of the Morning. I'm Sebastian Edmond. Hate having to take off your shoes right when you walk in the door? Well, new studies have found that it's actually good for your health. Though you may no longer be tracking in as much bacteria on your shoes, you are bringing in dangerous pollutants. The Environmental Protection Agency and National Institute of Environmental Health have found that low-level chronic pesticide exposure as found in these homes can cause numerous health problems, especially for fetuses and young children. Even pets are vulnerable to exposure because they commonly lie on the floor or carpet. Though we're still in the early stages of 2014, it is already proving to be one of the most expensive years for the travel industry. January's bizarre weather patterns have already cost passengers flying into and out of the U.S. $2.5 billion and airlines between $75 million and $150 million because of canceled and delayed flights. Given the likelihood that this year's bizarre weather patterns are possibly a result of climate change and could become less of an anomaly and more of the norm, one wonders how airlines are prepared to adjust in future years. All right, I'm joined again by meteorologist Lucy Bergman. We're going to take one more look at the weather.
Yeah, Sebastian, it's a pretty nice morning out there right now. We do have some flurries sticking in our area. 15 degrees right now is what you're sitting at, but I want to take a peek at your class cast. We do have temperatures warming up to 24 degrees today by 3 p.m. and dropping right back down, as you can see, by 6 p.m., 16 degrees. That's very cold. We're going to see extremely cold conditions tonight. However, you can always follow us online at WTOP10 on Twitter, Facebook at /WTOP10 TV. Send us those meteorology pics and the stories. We'd love to have them here on WTOP10.
So now, I know this might be asking a lot of our producer, Matt Stone, but nobody ever brings us pizza. I mean, Ellen DeGeneres is nice enough to get the entire Oscars pretty much a couple pies.
I could use a nice 9 a.m. slice.
Yeah,
I would not be opposed to it.
I was going to say pancakes. I mean, it's a little early, so I would like some pancakes rather than pizza, but...
I'm more of a waffle kind of guy.
Oh,
I'm not going to lie. But, I mean,
maybe he's taking
works.
specific orders. We can see. We'll ask him later.
We're going to have to start jotting that down before we come in on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So what did you think about the Oscars?
I actually didn't get a chance to watch them. I was traveling, so unfortunately I missed them, but it sounds like they were a lot of fun to watch.
Yes, you were. All of our viewers know that you were part of Oswego's Ice Effects.
Yes.
And you went to Colorado and competed.
Yes, I did.
How did you do?
We are 12th in the nation for collegiate figure skating, so a very great day for Oswego skating and SUNY Oswego, so fantastic.
That's awesome. Now, you've been talking all this morning about how Colorado is just a beautiful place. I've never been there. Have you ever been there?
Can't say I have been there, actually.
It's stunning.
It sounds like it's worth it.
Beautiful. So I really enjoyed it. I had a great time.
So what's going on with Q's right now? That men's basketball team is just not the same.
Being from Syracuse, I didn't get a chance to watch the game, but I'm glad I didn't because I don't know what they're doing, but it's just they're not playing as a team, and they definitely need to pick it up before the tournament. It almost seems like it's being done on purpose because they're playing so bad that like maybe they're just trying to get in a different division of the tournament. It just doesn't make sense to me that they're playing this bad.
Yeah, all of these last games have been 3, 4, 5 point games that they just can't pull out a victory.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. You hate to see them go on a stretch like this at the end, but unfortunately, it's not the end for them, but it's the end for us. I'd like to thank Lucy Bergman and Adam Cesarini for joining me this morning. I'm Sebastian Edmond. This was Top in the Morning. Have a great day, and thanks for joining us.